Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Katie Scholl, for letting me know that you could not hear me during that bit. So first of all, let me back up a little bit. That was amazing. Frankie, you were right. I did cry, not in the movie necessarily, but I did cry watching the film. It was awesome. And so hit up those hearts and likes for the Chasen Brothers because that was amazing. And what a gift they have given to all of us and WTP by capturing that entire 3-week experience. So awesome. All right. And yes, I know some of you have seen the Sondheim 90th birthday celebration. We will hopefully get along a little better than they did on their broadcast, fingers crossed. So with that, now that we've got the Chasen brothers on our minds, let's bring them in and let's chat a little bit. So let's see if this will work. Hello, Chasen brothers. Are you here?
Yes, we are here.
Can you hear us?
I hope so. I can hear you.
Hear us.
Let me make sure we've got Louis on the screen and here. There you go. We've got both of you.
Yeah, just Louis.
There you go. We had a little, it was a little zoomed in. It's all right. Guys, that was amazing. That was so awesome. I am so thankful that you guys did that for us. First, go ahead. I mean, I know I've said you are the Chasen brothers. Most people know you, but introduce yourself so we know which one of you is which.
All right, so I'm Nicholas Chasen. I'm in 7th grade.
And I'm Louis Chasen. I'm a freshman.
Awesome. And how long have you guys been a part of the WTP family?
I have been part of the WTP family since Wizard of Oz, so I think 2013, if I'm correct.
Awesome.
And Nicholas, and I'll speak for myself. Thank you. My first show was Bugsy Malone, so I don't quite know how many years ago that was, but it was a while. I want to say four, maybe 5.
And,
yeah, probably.
Louis, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you hold the record right now for WTP student?
I think I might.
He's definitely up there. There was a big discussion about this.
What do you know? What number of how many WTP shows you've done, Louis?
As of this fall, it was around, I think 23. So maybe
I thought it was 27 then.
No. Wait, I don't know the exact number, but in the 20s.
In the 20s.
I think high 20s.
I think Into the Woods would have been 25.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Oh yeah, I think Andrew Ho's about to give me a run for my money. I think he might be tied with me.
That makes sense. Yeah, I think Mr. Eric says he's coming for you, so probably true. Tell us a little bit. What were your initial thoughts when I asked you guys if you'd be interested in doing this? What were your thoughts? What did you think?
Yeah, I believe you talked to us about it during Tech Week of Midsummer Night's Dream, which both of us were in.
I think it was.
No, was it? Yes, it was.
I think it was. Yeah, I think that was the fall before. So that was a way out, right?
Yeah, it works for a while.
Yeah,
it was in the works for a while. We were super excited. I think as soon as you said it,
it was basically an immediate yes
for sure. It sounded so.
We're always
looking for stuff. Always looking for projects. So yeah, we were very, very excited, and excitement was paid off.
Yeah. Did you? Had you guys done a project like this before?
Well, if you can think your brain tank all the way back to I did something similar for Christmas Carol Year 2, but it was much more unofficial. Just with a phone and a kind of bad camcorder I had at that point.
All right.
But it was about the same length, though not with the same level of experience that the two of us now have.
Got it. Yeah. So, I know you both do a lot of film stuff for fun with each other, and I know at least one of you has a YouTube channel, I believe. I don't know if both of you.
Right here, yeah.
Yeah, you can give a plug if you want.
Currently, the channel is actually in a little bit of reshaping. I'd stay tuned for some new content coming soon.
Very good.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Awesome. But so this was sort of a new scope of project for you guys. This was like a bigger thing. Like I know you guys said you had so much footage that you recorded.
We did.
It was like how many hours? I think
it was at least
I think it was probably like 30 hours of footage, maybe.
That's
maybe
crazy.
Not.
it definitely up there.
Yeah.
So it was just crazy to like sort through all of it. That was one of the
No, that
hardest
was
things to do.
yeah. Just getting it onto the editing software to just
That was a challenge.
that was
Yeah.
because it would take
no computer could take that.
it would take days to get all of it off.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the challenge that this project presented. Were there other challenges that came up along the way?
I would say just kind of like capturing the energy that was there because I think you don't really get a look inside like every step of the process. So I think the main goal for both of us was like kind of capturing the feeling of being in the cast, not like looking at it from outside.
Absolutely, and also because we filmed, every day, and I mean, just the idea of rehearsal is you repeat something until it's perfect. You keep learning. There was definitely a challenge of okay, which is the stuff that's going to be like the cornerstones of this experience.
Yeah, that like show really the progression of like how everything.
So we filmed a lot of days, but we only ended up using like some of them because we're like, oh, this is a benchmark moment for the show.
Yeah, like the runs, the like first introduction of the numbers, as we call it, super califragilistic expialidocious. Full name.
So did you through trying to figure out how to put this all together, did you learn any new techniques or use any new techniques that you hadn't really done before, or maybe got some new equipment or anything fun like that along the way?
We did recently get a camera before we started it, and before we started the documentary. So it was just kind of like using that piece of equipment for so long, like for every day for like 3 weeks. 3 weeks. That just taught me to be like me and Louis, of course, to be more like familiar just with and also another thing I would say is like following action.
Definitely,
I definitely learned about it, a lot about it just because we practiced it.
Certainly, and I would also say, just new techniques in the sense of knowing when to, because I did the Christmas Carol thing, but if you go back and watch that, it's a lot of lulls, So I think there was definitely a technique of, because Nicholas is more used to a shorter form, quick cut, videos type stuff like that.
Sure.
There was definitely a wanting to have a slower pace, definitely, so that people got to see everything, but not letting it get forward.
Yeah, just constant action.
So that was something.
Awesome. So I've got one more question for you guys, and then we're gonna jump on to some other folks we're gonna bring into to the call. So for each of you, what was your favorite memory of this experience of working on Mary Poppins, being around the show, doing the documentary?
Yeah.
So I'd say my favorite memory was at lunch every day. A cast member, Nate Madden, he would have every day we'd get a sandwich from the Linden Deli, and he'd eat like half of it and put the remains in the bag, wrap a rubber band around part of it, and he would throw it around. It was called Sandwich Bomb. I think every member of the cast remembers the Sandwich Bomb. That was definitely my favorite part every day.
Awesome.
No, and then of course a great moment. I mean, you can see. I think it got everyone in the room and on the chat just now got everyone pretty excited. That final Rattling Bog. I mean, you can't beat it. That was practically a party in there.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
That was a great one.
Yeah. And I think, you guys said at the beginning that what you were trying to do was to show from a student cast member's perspective. And I think you totally nailed that. And even with your favorite moment, Nicholas, being the thing at lunch, right? Like that. And that, while the focus of this whole thing was Mary Poppins and the show, and of course the main focus of camp is the production, even the documentary showed more than just what Mary Poppins Jr. was all about. It showed what WTB camp was. And so I'm glad to hear that's your favorite memory. Well, guys, we are so proud of you, and we really, really appreciate you doing this.
Thanks so much for the opportunity.
And we're gonna talk to some more folks. So I'm gonna kick you back to the waiting room. But thank you guys so much. The Chasen Brothers, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So, the Chasen Brothers, they're awesome. So proud of them. Okay, we're moving on to some cast members now who were actually in the show. And so I'm bringing them out of the waiting room now. This is a one-man flip show over here. Flip show? I don't know what that is. But I'm going to bring them in now. So here comes our youngest cast member and her older sister who was in the show, the Hardgraves. Hello, Arabella and Charlotte.
Hi.
Hi, Charlotte. I love your hat. Oh my goodness, you're dressed for the occasion. Both of you got your Mary Poppins shirt on.
Yes.
How are you ladies doing this evening?
Good, yeah. I decided to wear, my mom made this Mary Poppins hat, and we had this, Mary Poppins umbrella with the wood on it.
Because I was Mary Poppins when I was like 6 years old.
So I, put them on.
That is so awesome. So I know I've already said who's who, but can you guys tell us who you are and what grade you're in and what part you played in Mary Poppins?
My name is Charlotte, and I played in the ensemble.
And what grade are you in now, Charlotte?
2nd grade, and I was in 2nd grade then, and it was my first show.
That's awesome. And Arabella, what about you?
My name is Arabella. I'm in 5th grade, and I played Chimney Sweep number 2.
Nice. And how long have you, Arabella, been doing shows at WTP?
I've been doing shows for about 5 years.
Awesome. And so what did you guys think of the documentary?
It was awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool and awesome.
Was it cool to like relive the memories from last summer?
Yeah, because like it was a little, because like I was starting to like forget a little bit because it was so long ago, and so like we started, so and it brought back a lot of memories, but we had them like kind of like tucked away in our minds, but like once we saw it, we knew it. So and it was fun to like. For the stuff that we knew, we like sing along.
That is totally fun. So Charlotte, you were the youngest cast member in Mary Poppins. Did you know that you were the youngest?
Yes, and also the shortest.
And the shortest. I think how old were you when Mary Poppins happened?
7.
7, right?
No, you were 6.
6 when it started?
6, and my birthday was actually in the middle of it.
Exactly. Yeah, you were 6 and then turned 7.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So what did you think? Because it was also your first show at WTP. How did you feel being in such a large cast? There were 62 people in the cast, and you were the youngest one. And there were a lot of older kids. What did you think of all that?
I was a little scared at the beginning, but once I got into it, it was really fun. And the good thing about it was like I knew a lot of like Arabella's friends because she's been in many shows. So like I could be with Arabella and her friends for a little bit of it, but also some of my friends were there, so I also hanged out with them.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was super fun. Yeah.
Arabella, so you've been very active, like you said, 5 years at WTP, done a lot of shows. So what did you think was the most challenging thing about this show, Mary Poppins?
I think it was Step in Time, because there was like a lot of tapping in Step in Time, and I'd never actually done a musical where I tapped in it. I'd just taken tap lessons, out of all.
And she was a little new to. It was the first year that
it was the first year that I'd ever done tap. So, that was pretty challenging for me, but it was still really fun.
Yeah, because it was also the first show WTP ever had tapping in.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
But the bad thing for me is we don't get to do the next one with tapping newsies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, Charlotte, what was the most fun part about doing Mary Poppins summer camp for you?
Oh. I don't really. Well, maybe like a really fun part of it was like when since my birthday was also on the same day as somebody else's, and it was so fun because like I actually didn't know that was on.
Got to celebrate with everyone.
Yeah. And it was like so big.
We brought a Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Oh right, we had a giant. I remember that was crazy.
And it said supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yeah.
Of course. That's awesome.
And we me and my friends, because that was at like the point where like we like memorized how to spell it.
Yeah.
And because we need to memorize how to spell it.
Totally.
And so we actually were questioning if they actually spelled it right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So Arabella, what about you? What was your favorite memory from Mary Poppins experience?
I think my favorite memory was I would always like during tech week, if we were doing dress rehearsal or even if it was like the day of the show, I always would like to get ready really quickly, and same with my friends, because then we would like talk about the show and get ready together, and it was just really special and fun experience.
Yeah, it was fun. Like
That's awesome.
Like everybody like gets ready so fast.
Yeah.
At the start of the show, that so they can talk to their friends a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining us for some questions.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you got to see the documentary and join us for this live call. I'm going to send you back to the waiting room now, but it was really nice to see you and chat with you. I miss you. We'll see you later.
Okay.
Bye. All righty. So that is the Hardgraves, everybody. Now I'm going to get our next guest together, and it's different because now I've got two guests coming from different households. So give me 1 second to let everything process. But we're really excited that we are going to be bringing in two of our interns from the summer of Mary Poppins, and it is Breen and Jackie. Hello, Breen and Jackie. You're on. Nice to see you. Hardgraves, everybody. Can you hear me? Do you hear me?
Oh, yes. Okay, I have to close out of the live.
I'm very excited because your names are on the right squares, which is very exciting. I was hoping that would work out that way. Hello, ladies. So good to see you. You've been off at college. But introduce yourselves and tell us your name and where you go to school now and what you're studying. Breen, why don't you go first?
My name is Breen, and I currently am a student at NYU, and I'm studying theater and social work.
Awesome. Very good. And?
Hi, I'm Jackie Scholl, and I am in the BFA acting program at Pace University in New York.
So awesome. So both of you were very involved at WTP, and like I said, you've graduated now. But how long have each of you been involved with WTP? Jackie, you want to start?
So I've actually been part of WTP since the very first production, which was Seussical about 10 years ago now, I think.
Yes.
And very exciting that they're going to reprise that show. I'm very excited about
We
that.
are, yes. We just announced next summer will be our 10th anniversary summer, and we're going to be bringing back Seussical and Legally Blonde. Very exciting. Breen, what about you? How long have you been doing WTP?
I started WTP in 2014 when I was in 7th grade, I believe.
And what was that first show for you?
That was Pippin that summer.
Awesome. Directed by Miss Hannah, of course, who choreographed the show Mary Poppins, but she directed and choreographed Pippin that summer. Very good. So, ladies, what did you think of the documentary?
I thought it was
It's so cute to watch, especially since there's so many moments that I never got to see on stage because I was always in the wings.
Totally. Yeah. I thought it was amazing. I just can't believe that they put that whole thing together. It was very cool. Why did you guys want to work as interns at WTP?
Well, I think that the summers at WTP were definitely the best summers, or in the best part of the summer. It's, working with the teachers and all the friends. My closest friends were from WTP, and especially the summer shows. So it's really cool to watch, now that, at the time we were still seniors, but now, especially now in college, it's so cool to watch and, see all the kids experiencing like that same amount of joy.
Yeah, WTP is a really happy place for me. And so I think it's a really awesome experience to be able to see like the behind the scenes of, not only the show, but behind the scenes of the actual organization, and get the gossip on the other side.
Yep. Get to sit on the other side of the table with the teachers, it was great to have you guys. So we saw in the documentary today we saw the Jolly Holiday Quick Change, and people maybe noticed that you ladies were very involved in that quick change. So what was that like? Tell us about that quick change. Was it hard? Did you have to practice it? What happened with that?
A lot of practice was involved. It was kind of like we worked with your dad, Mr. Rush. He broke it down super. It was basically like choreography. It had a very specific order that you had to learn, and then once you knew it, it was just the same thing every time.
Yeah, Jackie, what?
I brought out my bite light that I used.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Because on the side of the stage it was very dark, but there was all these moving parts, and as Breen said, everyone had like an assigned thing, and but as my family and I were watching it, they were all commenting. They were saying how, oh my gosh, like they barely made it on. And I was like, yeah, that's how it was every single time, because everything was like so precise that we had just the perfect amount of time to get them on stage.
And it's a different kind of stress than it would be if it was my own performance, because I feel directly responsible for somebody else. So I would feel guilty for Riley, if I didn't give her the best opportunity that she had.
And we need to make sure we give a proper shout out to Bobby and Matthew, who were doing Rhodes's quick change at the same time. Of course, we don't want to forget about that. We did have Bert doing a quick change at the same time, which was also crazy. But yeah, so and have either of you had to do quick changes like that when you were an actress in a show too? Like where there was a crazy quick change?
I
have. Yes. Jackie, what about
you? A few days later.
Oh, yeah, during Bright Star, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Miss Jenny was a big help.
Yeah. So out of the whole Mary Poppins experience, for both of you, what was your most favorite memory or takeaway from that experience?
So my favorite part of the show was one of my jobs was to take a group of the Step in Time chimney sweeps to the front of the house so that they could enter through the audience at the last moment, and then I would just kind of stand there and watch the end. And even though I hadn't watched like any part of the show, because we were backstage, just hearing it and then seeing it on stage, it just gives me chills even thinking about it and watching it every day. And yeah, just being backstage and listening to these kids, and they accomplish so much, and the fact that even like something someone wouldn't pay attention to, like the harmonies, hearing them do the harmonies perfectly always just melted my heart during the show. So that was a good memory.
Yeah. That's awesome. Breen?
Like Nicholas, something that was off stage. There was one day for the 2-show day, they had dinner in between, and I was sent out to go pick up pizza, and I said sure. And I had a very tiny car at the time and wasn't exactly aware of how much pizza I was picking up, and so I drove down, and the employees were kind of not judgmental, but they're like, "This is what you brought," and so fully, like not a single inch of space was empty, and I pulled back up, and everyone helped me, take it out. And later, it was fun to eat it all, and there was cake, and I think we maybe snuck the leftovers to a little after party or something. It was fun.
Yeah, pizza for 62 actors plus 10 interns and so on and so forth. That was a lot of pizza. Also, I know we shouted out Bobby and Matthew, but also Alyssa and Miss Jenny were helping with those quick changes too. I just want to make sure we're giving shout outs to the whole team. The intern crew on that show was huge. I think there were 10 or 12 of you actually.
And a K as well, yeah.
Yeah, so thank you to all the interns. But Jackie and Breen, thank you especially for joining us tonight for a little Q&A. And I think that's it. But it was so nice to see both of you. I'm so proud of you and all you're doing. And I can't wait for you to go back to college in the fall. All right. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Okay. Let me move these folks around. I hope everything's working okay. I hope you can hear everybody all right. And I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. I'm trying really hard not to cry at getting to talk to all of these amazing students that I miss seeing so much. The next guest we have is really, really cool. We are going to have a student and a parent joining us. I'm going to get them coming into the room now. And they are Chris and Lexi Greeley. Hello, you guys. Welcome.
Hi.
Hey, Mr. Rush.
Hey, so good to see you guys. This is just so great getting to like see everybody and talk to everybody. So first, go ahead and if you don't mind introducing yourselves and telling us, who you are.
Hi, my name is Lexi Greeley. I'm in 5th grade and I was part of the ensemble.
Awesome.
I am Chris Greeley. I'm her dad. I had actually a walk-on role in the production, and I played the role of the bank chairman.
Yes, you did, and you were so awesome. What did you guys think of the documentary?
It was very good.
It was really cool. Yeah, it brought back a lot of memories, right? I think it did a really good job of capturing kind of the essence of what everyone was doing for those 3 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. So Chris, you said you had a walk-on role in the show. So for those who don't know, every year we have a fundraiser event, the Teal Tie, and at that event we auction off a walk-on opportunity, and you got it, you won it. So what was it that excited you about the opportunity to have a walk-on role?
It's funny. So when I was about Lexi's age, actually, I did my first production, and I thought, what better way to share a moment with my daughter? Yeah. So I jumped all over it. It was great to see her not only beaming with pride, up on stage, but it was also amazing to see how the kids all interacted and pulled for each other behind the scenes too.
That's really awesome. Yeah, and of course, we really appreciated that you were very excited about that walk-on role. Lexi, what was it like having your dad backstage?
My dad works such long hours, and for him to take time off work and do this was very special.
Yeah.
It was great having him backstage and having him get to know all my theater friends as well as on stage because he's normally in the audience.
Yeah, definitely, because you've done a couple other shows with WTP, and I know you've done shows other places too. And so, yeah, definitely to have your dad on stage and backstage, very different, right?
Yeah.
And so, Chris, you already mentioned it a little bit, but what was it like, the experience like to being able to observe Lexi backstage and see the show from a perspective that very few parents actually get to see?
It was really, really cool, right? And I kept kind of pinching myself because I did get to see all of it. So when I went to the first rehearsal, right, and I saw how good the kids were and how hard they were working, I was like, oh boy, I got to bring my A game. And that's when I realized that I had to kind of buckle up and really take it super seriously. As far as kind of like the real backstage stuff, I love the songs. I love the exercises they did pre-show. My favorite was Rattlin' Bog, right? And I think that seeing it on the documentary, right, really brought a big smile to my face.
Yeah.
Because it was organized chaos, right? It was super cool, and getting to watch it all over again made me super happy.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Lexi, what was your favorite memory from Mary Poppins?
I made a lot of new friends, and I keep in touch with them, and I still have like their emails and their numbers, and we still keep in touch, which is awesome. And
especially now in quarantine.
Yeah. That's super cool. So you made a bunch of new friends. I'm so happy for that. Guys, I think that's it for the Q&A tonight. I'm so thankful you joined us because, like we've talked about, you had a very special experience being able to have parent and child backstage and on stage together. And I hope maybe we'll be able to do it again, Maybe there will be another walk-on role coming up. So we'll see what happens.
Perfect.
It was great to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was so awesome. So we have one more guest coming to join us. It's actually a trio of guests, and they're all coming from one house. So let me get them into the show now. Some of you may know who's coming. It's the Constantino trio. There they are. Hello, Constantinos. How are you? Hi. It's so good to see all of you. I know I've seen some of you through our online rehearsals for other things recently. But first, go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell us, who you are, what grade you're in, and how long you've been doing stuff at WTP.
Okay, I'm Taylor. I'm in 8th grade. I've been doing WTP for
like around 5 to 6 years.
Awesome. And what part were you in Mary Poppins?
I was chimney sweep number 4.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Riley. I played Mary Poppins. I'm in 10th grade, and I've been doing WTP since like 7 years, I think, 2014.
Wow, awesome. And
I'm Tyler. I played Michael in Mary Poppins. I'm in 3rd grade, and I've been doing WTP for 2 years.
fantastic. So what did you guys think of the documentary?
Loved
It
it.
was awesome.
So good, right? Those
Yeah.
Jason brothers. I don't know if you guys know them very well, but they are very good at what they do.
For sure.
So Riley, you've, I think, probably been in the most shows out of the 3 of you at WTP. And so did it feel different being part of such a big show like Mary Poppins?
It's a little bit different because I normally am a part of the smaller cast shows where it's more intimate, but in this case, I was able to not only be in the shows with my siblings, but also I like to intern during the fall and the spring for the younger kids shows, and so being able to actually be in a show with them was really special because I love all of them and they're super talented.
And so you mentioned being in the show with your siblings, which you and Taylor had been in shows together before, but
This
was the first show with Tyler, is that right? No.
I did James and the Giant Peach with Tyler, but for this show especially, we had roles that were like got to be on stage together and stuff.
Oh yes, definitely. So Taylor, you are an incredible dancer. And so Mary Poppins, we've talked a little bit about already tonight, has had a lot of dancing that took WTP's dancing to a whole new level. And so, what was it like learning that choreography in such a short amount of time?
Yeah, so since the first day of camp, everyone was like hyping up Step in Time, and it was going to be like the best number WTP has ever done. So although it was like really cramped in like 3 weeks or however much time we had to learn it, we always had that like motivation. We were so excited, and I don't know if it's just me, but I've never done like this huge tap number before. So yeah, it's really exciting.
Awesome. Tyler, your sister already mentioned it a little bit, but you guys worked really closely on this show, right? Because she was Mary Poppins and you were Michael. So what was it like to have your big sister playing Mary Poppins?
It was really fun. It made me a lot more comfortable having Riley on stage with me, and it made the show a lot more fun for me, and it was really exciting.
Yeah. Did she make you practice a lot at home?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys practice a lot together, like at home, like all 3 of you? Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Taylor was constantly running lines with Tyler.
That's awesome. So each of you individually, what was your favorite memory from Mary Poppins?
Okay. My favorite moment was opening night. That's always my favorite moment of any show. Just because it's the first time we're actually like showing it to a group of people. Mm-hmm. It's so exciting. I don't know, just something about it makes me feel really good.
Awesome.
My favorite moment, probably all 3 shows, but probably especially on opening night. At the end of Step in Time, the applause just went on for so long. And even though I didn't really do a lot of dancing in that song, so it was mainly for the rest of the cast, it was just such a special feeling. And I loved the audience's reaction to it. It was like our hard work paid off. I loved it.
Totally.
And I also really like opening night. It's just really fun. I like right when the curtains open and the music starts to play. And yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty awesome feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm so thankful that you guys joined us, all 3 of you together. Did your family watch the whole documentary tonight?
They did. Yeah, they're downstairs watching it right now.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, tell them all we say hello. And thank you so much for joining us. I think that's it for tonight. So thanks, Constantinos.
Yeah, totally. Thank you so much for having us.
Of course. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So, hello again, everyone. This was awesome. I hope you liked it as much as I did, because I loved this. And I think maybe there should be more of this in WTP's quarantined future. if you liked it, let us know in the comments. Give us a like. We are hopefully going to be able to stream this sort of thing on YouTube also. We will definitely post this content on YouTube later. We have a YouTube channel that is just getting started. It's Wellesley Theater Project if you search for us on YouTube. But please, you know, again, I got to give a shout out to the Chasen brothers. They just did a fantastic job with this documentary. Also to all of the staff, Miss Hillary, Miss Alexa, Mr. Eric, Miss Hannah, Miss Luciana, Miss Jenny, Mr. Rush, everybody. I hope I didn't miss anyone. But everyone who worked on this production and on all of our WTP shows, you know, really thank you. And I do need to give a special shout out to Mr. John Harmon from Sandy Sandwich Productions, who you heard his voice and saw his camera flash with some of the headshots being taken during the documentary. But he takes all of our amazing show photos and our show videos, and his photos have been used in the advertisements for this documentary, as well as we constantly are posting his photos. So Sandy Sandwich Productions, he's got a Facebook page, an Instagram, and a website. Definitely check all of that out for many more WTP memories. If this has gotten you going down a nostalgia train, then go check out Sandy Sandwich Productions. Yeah, so I think that's it for tonight, everybody. I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss anything too much on the comment thread. I see a lot of congratulations to Louie and Nicholas and all the students. Yes, lots of congratulations, and all the families commenting. The WTP staff misses all of you so much. We miss the parents and the students. We miss seeing all of you, and hopefully we'll be able to get back together soon. But in the meantime, WTP is going to work really hard to keep offering really engaging content for our students and for our families. So stay tuned for what might be next. If you have ideas, let us know. You can email us. And this was fantastic. Thank you for sharing this evening with me and our WTP family. And goodbye. Good night.